Hello, I'm AISEOUX, and these are the 5 crucial image SEO best practices. So I've narrowed down image SEO into like 5 key things that you should do that I think are easy to do, that everyone can do. They're not doesn't require a ridiculous amount of technical skill, and is not really that hard to do. It doesn't take too much time to do. So first, what is image SEO? It's basically like optimizing your images to provide a better user experience as well as to signal to Google what your page is about and help your Google search rankings. So it's just a way to optimize images and how you should optimize your images online in order for your web page to perform better. And you're going to want to do that to get like more traffic and essentially more revenue to your page or whatever your end goal is. But we're going to talk about the image relevance. Pick number 1, image relevance. 2, picking the right format. 3, compressing the image. 4, the image file name. And 5, the alt text. I think those are the 5 key things that you need to have that, again, aren't hard to do that I'm going to show you how to do right now. So number 1, image relevance. So this one's key. Like you don't want an image that has nothing to do with your page, especially as like a hero image. So for example, I use ChatGPT because I think ChatGPT DALL-E creates really great relevant hero images, especially. And the topic I have, or the topic I'm doing, is basically image SEO best practices. So say I'm doing basically what this video is about, image SEO best practices. So I put this into DALL-E and I'm looking at these. I'm like, okay, which one's the most relevant to image SEO best practices? I think this one does a great job. This one was actually my favorite. Why? Because it has kind of the SEO factor of like Google being in here, and it has some images on the screen here. It kind of has like some stuff that's somewhat unrelated over here, which doesn't really help. This one kind of looks like it's on Facebook, which is not really what we're going for. I like this one because it more clearly shows images, but I think that it doesn't necessarily indicate that this is about SEO. Same thing with this one. And then I tried again with this one, and there's just like kind of too much going on here. So I like to get multiple options, and I think that's a good way to come up with a hero image or whatever main image you're going for. Definitely try to get like multiple options and try to see like, all right, which one's the most relevant? Like this one, these are good. Don't get me wrong, these are good. I think they kind of tell a good story. But I'm going to go with this one just because I think this one most clearly shows Google, and it does have images on the screen, although maybe not super clear. So it could be better. But hey, if you're not using like a ChatGPT, if I were going to try to find the most relevant image SEO image, I type in image SEO. I'm using a site called Unsplash for like stock photos. Looking at these, like, this wouldn't really work. Like, this is just like a guy writing on a sheet of paper. This is just like some random business meeting. This is some guy like on his laptop. Now, like, this is better than kind of nothing because this could show that he's optimizing images or something. You could like infer that. And this like obviously has nothing to do with it really. But now this one's good. It has SEO on there, but I don't know if it has much to do with images. And then this one is good. I like this one because this one kind of like shows like art, like image, and then it clearly says SEO as well. So like if I had to pick one of these, I would pick this one. But out of all of those, we're going to go with this one. I think this one just most clearly tells the story. So yeah. And then for this, I actually have to switch these download in web.p, so I would have to use a converter if you use ChatGPT. So I'm just going to literally show like the whole thing. So download that, convert it to what should be JPEG. Okay. And we're just going to save that. Now, what we want to do next is actually compress the image. So, let's talk about formats first while we're doing that. So the formats that you want to use are for transparent images, you want to use PNG. So what is the format? Basically, like you can see that here, or you can click properties and you can find the format JPEG. Where's the one I just downloaded? see JPEG showing it here. Yeah, just click properties. You should see the format. That's actually in WebP. Now Shopify doesn't allow WebP, but WebP is actually a lighter file size than JPEG. So I would actually recommend WebP if possible, but it's usually not possible. But out of the main formats, PNG is best for transparent images, so like logos or like clip art, like transparent images. PNG is best for that. But if you're using a photo and it's in PNG, I would convert it to JPEG and then try to compress it. And then JPEG, like I said, is best for photos, and then SVG is best for vector images. Now, the third step is you want to compress it. So again, first step is picking the relevant image. Second step is making sure it's in the right format. Basically, like if it's PNG, consider converting it to JPEG, especially if it's a photo. If it's an image, product image or whatever, switch it to JPEG and then compress it because you're going to be able to get a smaller file size. And then third step is to compress it. So if anything, just compress the image, right? We see how much we reduce this. Now this is key because this has to do with the page speed. So the faster the page speed, the better the conversions, the better the user experience. So the better the user experience, the better conversions, the better your page will rank as well. So page speed is key. So that's why you want to compress the images so people can load your page faster and be able to access your information faster. So speed is money. The fourth step is the file name. So we downloaded this. All right, let's go ahead and edit this file name. So what you want to do for the file name is keep in mind what your target keyword is. Mine is image SEO, right? I just want to give this a good file name that has the keyword in it or some variation of it, but also does a good job of describing what this image is. So we don't want to be spammy here. That's the key. Like we don't want to just put image SEO as a file name. Let's say like image. Okay, we'll say like illustration of SEO. Illustration of optimizing image for SEO. We could just say that. Illustration of optimizing an image for SEO. We'll even be more specific. On a computer. On optimizing an image for SEO. We'll say online. That's a good one. Okay. That's good for a file name. And let's just say we use that in, say, Shopify. Now, depending on what CMS you use, like whether it be WordPress or whatever else, Wix or something, finding how to edit the alt text is kind of like depends on the platform. But on Shopify, it's pretty easy. You just left click on the image. And I already have one written down here, but I actually got that from Dall-E. Dall-E actually does a good job of writing alt text images. This image visually represents the process of optimizing images. And what I'll also do for this is like ChatGPT often writes in a very complicated way. So yeah, I'm going to actually use the Hemingway app and make this a little bit more easy to read. The image shows a process of optimizing images for. It has relevant icons and a digital background. That sounds pretty good, but the idea of the alt text, and then this is like the fifth and final step. The idea of the alt text is, I would say, describe the image in a way that's so specific and so like clear that whoever reads it could draw something pretty close to it, just from the description of the image. So this one is okay. Image shows a process of optimizing images for search engines, has relevant icons and a digital workspace background. Okay. Based on this, I could kind of draw something close. I might say something even more clear. And let me look at the image again. And I'll say like illustration of a computer screen showing images, illustration showing images on a computer screen, and I could say, okay, images, okay, illustration of images on a computer screen showing optimization icons around the images. Or I could say something like image of a and also thinking of like, okay, for somebody that can't see this, how would I describe this to them? So it's all just logical at this point. Image, I'd say like, hey, this is an image of a computer, of someone, image of a web page with images, illustration of a web page with images, comma, web page with images, illustration of a computer on a table with images on a web page. Illustration of a computer on a table with images on a computer featuring images on a web page. Optimization and SEO related icons are floating around the computer screen. Okay, that's pretty good too. So we could go with probably go with like these two. Again, ChatGPT writes a pretty good one. I think if you use the Hemingway app and simplify it, then you got yourself a alt image text. Now let's also look at this again and say, all right, does it have the keywords we're looking for? I think image, search engine's good, image SEO, that's pretty solid. Optimizing images, that's pretty much what this is about. Optimizing images, so that's a good secondary keyword. So is it in the realm of your topic? Yes. Optimization and SEO related optimization. Okay, so I'd probably go with this one, just based off that. So these are the image SEO best practices. Just to repeat, relevance. Make sure you get a relevant hero image, especially relevant image. Make sure you have it in the right format. So JPEG for photos, transparent PNG, SVG for vector images. Make sure you compress the image, reduce the file size. Make sure you optimize the file name, include a secondary or primary keyword in there, and then make sure you optimize the alt text. Make it for users. Make it so somebody that can't read it. Actually, Shopify does a great description of what you should do here. Write a brief description of the image to improve search engine optimization, SEO, and accessibility for visually impaired customers. Okay, that is it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. This is Image SEO brought to you by AISEOUX. Make sure you check out my link building cheat sheet, link in the description, and take care.